a lady came in, back before Christmas, and I was busy with some other people, and I noticed she was walking around looking at my work. She was taking a lot of time doing that, and she came up to me when she had made her rounds, and she said, "What have you survived?" I said, "Excuse me," and she goes, "No, what have you survived?" And I said, "Why do you ask that?" And she said, I'm a cancer survivor. I know one when I see one." And so I told her my story, and she said, "Well, you keep going because your testimony is all over these walls."
When Leann Moses Reardon was a kid, she knew exactly what she wanted to be when she grew up.
All my life, I knew I wanted to be a nurse. And that's who I was for 25 years. I was a nurse. Hands-on care, being able to give a little comfort, a little hope and some joy. And then the times that, at the end when it was time, dignity all the way around. And you lose a lot of people that you care about. But what they leave behind with you is a treasure.
But on Christmas Eve 1999, everything changed for Leann.
I went upstairs, or I was going to go upstairs, and I made it about halfway, and my legs quit working. I didn't know what was going on. I knew, you know yourself, and I had known for some time that there was something wrong. And what went through my head was not to make a scene. Don't ruin the family Christmas. Don't make a scene about this.
On New Year's Eve, Leann learned she had a neuromuscular condition called myasthenia gravis.
And the day the doctor came in and told me, my husband was there with me, and it wasn't a surprise. I knew it. And life did change then, drastically changed from what I knew. My family's life changed. It's a muscle weakness. The nerves and the muscles don't communicate properly. It's an autoimmune process where the body is attacking itself. It's muscle weakness. As a nurse, I charted the patient complaints of fatigue over and over throughout my career, but I had no idea what fatigue really was. And it came home. The thought of getting up out of a chair and walking to the kitchen is sometimes more than you can even consider. They really thought that the disease, and it does progress, it's a progressive disease, and they really thought it would progress to the point I would have been in a chair about 5 years ago. But no. I adopted some Eastern philosophy with medicine. I meditate or pray instead of medicate. I try to meditate my way through the pain versus medication. I had to hand it over to God and believe that no matter what happened, that's where I was supposed to be. But He brought me through it, and here I am.
Without nursing to fill her time, Leann turned to her lifelong passion for photography.
I always have the camera with me, always. But I go out on what I call shoots, and some friends will go with me and drive because I'm directionally impaired. I probably couldn't find my way back if I had to. We drive, and if I see something, I yell, "Stop!" And I'll do it. That's where I get my shots. I get lost behind my camera when I'm out shooting. I'm totally I'm lost to everything else except what I see through the lens of that camera. I don't want them to be pictures on the wall. I want them to touch in some way, even if it's just a little twinge. There's beauty all around us. There's grace all around us, and sometimes we just have to stand and be still to see it.
Sometimes the disorder makes Leann too exhausted, or she'll have double vision, but her support system keeps her going.
My family and my best friend, they were awesome. They still are. And I know that one day it'll win, because that's just what happens. But until then, no, I'm going to just keep dancing. I'm going to keep doing what I do.